Spelling Contest. If you're interested in being a part of tonight's contest, make sure you fill out your entry form and turn it in at the Long Island Ducks ticket kiosk, the upper concourse behind home plate before tonight's first pitch. Let's sit back and enjoy the ball game between the York Revolution and your Long Island Ducks. And if a certain occurrence happens during the designated inning, the Long Island Ducks will select an entry form at random. One lucky fan will win $10,000. It happened a few weeks ago, and it can happen again tonight. Make sure you get that entry form in to the Long Island Ducks ticket kiosk before tonight's first pitch to be eligible. Well, baseball fans are getting closer and closer to game time between the York Revolution and your Long Island Ducks. The umpires for tonight's ball game are approaching home plate, getting ready for the exchange of lineup cards. So let's meet tonight's men in blue. Calling balls and strikes at home plate is Matt Chris. Covering first base this evening is Fred De Jesus. And over there in the hot corner, otherwise known as third base here at Bethpage Ballpark tonight, is J.D. Corey. The umpires, men in blue for tonight's ball game between the York Revolution and your Long Island Ducks. Exchanging lineups at home plate this evening is York Revolution manager Mark Mason and the manager of the Long Island Ducks, Ted Baez. Now, baseball fans, it's time to get out your Long Island Ducks scorecards, your pens, and your pencils, because here is tonight's National Grid starting lineups.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Lions bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, it's time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight, the Long Island Ducks take on the York Revolution in Game 3 of a 4-game series. Well, hello again, everyone. This is Chris King, and thanks so much for tuning into Ducks baseball tonight around the world at liducks.com and, of course, at youtube.com/DucksBaseball. The Ducks and Revs have split the first 2 games of this 4-game set. Monday night, a 5-4 come-from-behind victory for Long Island, but last night the Revs rebound with a 5-1 win as Long Island was held to just 2 hits in the contest. So the Ducks will try to retake the lead in the series tonight behind right-hander Billy Buckner, who's an outstanding 7-1 on the season, including a perfect 4-0 here at home. Revs will counter with their lefty, Frank Gailey, 1-2 on the year, but a terrific 2.17 earned run average. Well, the big story of late for Long Island has been the newcomer, Steve McQuail of Wantagh. In just 7 games with the Long Island Ducks, he already has hit 5 home runs. In fact, he has 7 hits as a Duck, 5 of them are homers and 2 of them are singles. So we'll sit down with the Wonton native when we come back to Central Islip.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark before tonight's game between the Ducks and the Revs on an absolutely gorgeous evening for baseball. The oppressive humidity that we've dealt with the first 2 games of this series is gone. There's a beautiful breeze, a strong breeze blowing tonight, which should help the balls fly out of the park. And again, a very important Game 3 of a 4-game set with this series tied at 1 game apiece. Well, again, the Revs had a 5-1 win last night. Ducks were held to just 2 hits in the game, and York starter Sean Hill was what's known as wildly effective. In his 5 innings, he allowed only 1 hit and 1 run, but he walked 4. He hit 3 Ducks to tie a York franchise record, but in the end, he picked up just his 2nd victory of the year in 9 decisions. So a tough night offensively for Long Island, but one guy who hasn't struggled offensively is newcomer Steve McQuail. He made his Ducks debut Monday, July 13th in Lancaster, and all he's done in 7 games as a Long Island Duck is hit 5 home runs. He has 4 homers in 5 home games, and previously in his career, he did put together back-to-back 20 home run seasons for Schaumburg in the Independent Frontier League back in 2012 and 2013. He spent plenty of time in the Diamondbacks organization, rising from single-A through triple-A ball, and in fact earlier this year was once again in single-A and double-A in the D-backs organization. But the native of Wantagh has not made it to the big leagues, but he hasn't given up his dream. A tough night for him last night, as well as 7 of the 9 Ducks took offers, and I asked Steve McQuail about Revs starter Sean Hill last night and how tough it is, how frustrating it is to go against a pitcher who was wildly effective in the outing like Hill was an evening ago. Here's Steve McQuail.
Yeah, that's pretty much one of the toughest things in the game, I feel. You know, you try to go up there, you try to hunt your pitch, and, you have some at-bats where you don't get anything close, but, you try to make something out of nothing, and just wasn't there for us last night.
What about for you, the way it's gone since you've joined the Long Island Ducks?
I really couldn't put into words. All I know is that I'm extremely happy to be here, and I've been having so much fun on the field. It's just translated into hits, and I guess that's what it's all about.
How about the hits, though, with 5 of the 7 being home runs now?
I mean, that's how it's usually been for me. I mean, my whole career, I can hit it out of the park, and it comes in spurts sometimes with me, so hopefully we can keep this one going a little longer. I
know you had those 2 20-homer seasons in Schaumburg, but did you ever have a run like this where you had 5 homers in 6 games?
I actually, my first spring training with the Blue Jays, in spring training, I hit about 9 in my first 20 at-bats. So this isn't anything new to me. I just hope it could last a little longer.
How special is it to be doing it at home for a Wantagh guy?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. My parents and my grandparents, they can come to every game. My friends can come whenever they want, extended family, and it's just awesome, being able to play in front of everybody.
Do you think that plays into it for you, though, the certain comfort zone where you're able to relax and do what you're trying to do?
Oh, absolutely. Ever since I've been playing, it's always been in the back of my mind, man, I wonder what it would be like playing at home and everyone can come to the games and, having some home cooking every night, and it feels really good. What
about your baseball history on Long Island? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I went to high school at MacArthur High School in Levittown. I was on the Empire State team in 2006. We won the gold medal, and that's about it. I really haven't been out here much. I played one summer in Hampton League my freshman year. But other than that, I haven't been here the past, 6-7 years, so it feels really good to be back home.
What about what some of the guys are able to do around you? Talk about John Griffin and some of the home runs he's hit this season.
Oh, I play with Griff with Arizona, and I know he could hit the ball out of the park any given moment, any field. If he gets a pitch to hit, he could absolutely hammer it. And other guys on the team too. Everybody in the lineup could hit a homer. So it's really, it feels really good that you're not the only guy who the team needs to hit the ball out of the park, because any of these guys can come up and crank it.
What about a guy like Randy Ruiz, not only what he can do on the diamond, but now as hitting coach as well, and just the veteran presence that he brings?
Just watching him go about his work and, every single day, and he knows what it's all about. He comes out, he has a good time, he jokes around, but, when it's time to get ready, he gets ready, and it's really something to see.
What are your initial impressions of Kevin Baez, your manager?
It keeps the clubhouse fun, loose. Everybody respects him, and we just have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
And how about just having a guy like Bud Harrelson in the dugout and what he's done in his great career?
Absolutely. If you could do something where he says "attaboy," it's really like, all right, I'm really doing the right thing. So it's just really good to have.
Well, Steve, keep getting those attaboys and continued success.
Thank you so much.
Again, that is Wonton native Steve McQuail, who went to MacArthur High School in Levittown. 5 homers in his first 7 games as a Long Island Duck. And, of course, back in the lineup tonight, playing left field and slotted into the 6-hole for Long Island. We'll take a break, and when we come back, a closer look at the pitching matchup for this Game 3 of a 4-game set tonight between the Ducks and Revs. Righty Billy Buckner goes for Long Island against southpaw Frank Gailey for York.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark before tonight's game between the Ducks and the Revs. Righty Billy Buckner goes for Long Island. He is 7-1 on the year with a 4.87 ERA, but at home a perfect 4-0. Overall, he's won his last 3 starts, and he's unbeaten in his last 8 starts, and that includes 7 wins and 1 no decision. Meanwhile, lefty Frank Gailey goes for York. First time he'll face the Ducks. He's actually dropped his last 2 outings, and he has not won a game on the road all year. So Gailey has not won on the road. Buckner has not lost at home. The Ducks are certainly hoping that matchup is in their favor as they look to take Game 3 of this 4-game series, which is tied at 1 win apiece. Well, Long Island has taken the field, and that means we'll take one more break. And when we come back, the starting lineups and the first pitch of tonight's ball game.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Terrific job by the youngsters from the Cayuga Elementary School in Lake Grove with our national anthem. Little preview of the Pyrotechnico fireworks extravaganza that will follow tonight's game on the Rockets red glare line, and also when the anthem was completed. The color guard over at first tonight is Cub Scout Pat 6 out of South Hope, and the color guard at third base, Cub Scout Pack 539 from Kings Park. Starting lineups first for the visiting York Revolution manager Mark Mason. His club is 5-7 in the second half. Right now last in the Freedom Division, but only a game and a half out of first place. Mikey Reynolds leads it off at shortstop. Wilson Valdez is the two-man at third base. Eric Patterson at second base hits third, and Brandon Boggs, the center fielder, will swing cleanup. Brian Pounds at first base bats fifth. Jacob Calderon, the right fielder, swings sixth. Nick Ferdinand in left bats seventh. In the 8-hole, it's Andres Perez, the DH, and catching and hitting ninth, Luis De La Cruz. And on the hill, the left-hander Frank Gailey for York, 1-2 on the year with a 2.17 earned run average. For Kevin Baez, Long Island Ducks, they are 6-6 in the second half. Right now, third in the Liberty Division, 3 games back of the first place Bridgeport Bluefish. Ryan Sabatella back in the lineup as the leadoff man in right field. Delta Cleary Jr. bats second in center. Cody Puckett plays third and bats third, and the cleanup hitter is the DH, Randy Ruiz. John Griffin at first base swings fifth. Steve McQuail, our pregame guest in left field, bats sixth. Mike Blank will catch and hit seventh. Blake Davis at second base bats eighth. And playing shortstop and batting ninth, it's Dan Lyons. Right now on the hill, going through his warm-ups, the 31-year-old right-hander from Locust Grove, Georgia, 6'2", 205-pound Billy Buckner, who makes his 11th appearance of the year and his 11th start. An outstanding 7-1 record and a 4.87 earned run average. So Buckner is ready. Again, it is game 3 of a 4-game series. Ducks won the first game here Monday night 5-4, rallying from a 4-1 deficit to win that game. But last night the Revs won it 5-1 as their pitching staff limited Long Island to just 2 base hits. Mikey Reynolds in for the Revs, and the first pitch of tonight's ball game is on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. We are underway tonight from the Duck Pond. We thank you so much for joining us on a beautiful evening for baseball. Right-hander Billy Buckner to right-swinging Mikey Reynolds, the shortstop. Another strike, it's 0-2.
We have visual Suffolk Transportation Services temperature of tonight's ball game, 82 degrees.
So 82 degrees, but the key, no humidity whatsoever. Last night we had 85 degrees and ridiculous humidity, and it finally left the island. We were buried in a blanket of humidity Monday and Tuesday, but tonight and today feel like completely different days. Strong breeze blowing across from left towards right. Ball 1 and now a 1-2 count. And Buckner misses low and away. 2-2 to Mikey Reynolds. Again, the shortstop and leadoff man for the Revs. On the year, hitting .320 to lead them in batting average. No homers, 5 runs batted in. 2-2 swing and a foul tip down into the dirt. So he just got a piece of it to keep himself alive. So Billy Buckner, the right-hander on the hill for Long Island, his 11th appearance of the year. All of them have been starts. And he's won his last 3 straight starts, is unbeaten in his last 8 starts, 7-0 with 1 no decision. 2-2 pitch is slashed foul high up on the first base side, and the count holds on Mikey Reynolds. And Billy Buckner unbeaten at home this season. It's kind of an unusual stat. He's 4-0 in 4 starts, but his ERA over 6.5 runs per game at home, 6.53 here at home. 2-2 is hit slowly toward third. Charging is Cody Puckett. Bare hands, fires in time to get him. What a play by Cody Puckett to begin the game defensively for Long Island and get the speedy Mikey Reynolds. So one away, and it'll bring up the third baseman from the right side, Wilson Valdez.
Wilson Valdez, number 21.
Valdez on the season, a .243 hitter, no homers, 17 runs batted in. Cody Puckett on the grass at third already in case Valdez tries to lay down a bunt and get his way aboard here. Buckner's first pitch to him is down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Behind Billy tonight, John Griffin at first base, Blake Davis at second, Dan Lyons the shortstop, and we mentioned Cody Puckett at the hot corner. The 0-1, low and away, a ball and a strike. Steve McQuail's in left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, Brian Sabatella in right, and Mike Blank does the catching. A ball and a strike now on Wilson Valdez. Top of the first, no score, one away, and nobody on for York. Breaking ball down and away. You may be able to hear that wind in the background. That wind is whipping right now from left towards right, and then the flags, which are at half staff down the right field line due to the recent shootings in Tennessee, sometimes turn and blow towards home plate. So it's right now a strong wind from left towards right field, which would favor a left-handed power hitter getting the ball up in the air. But sometimes the wind turns and heads from right field towards home, which is going to keep the balls in the park. The two teams combined for 6 homers in Monday's game, but only 1 last night. 3-1 pitch is on the ground for Dan Lyons at shortstop. Gobbles it up, double clutched, but got it across in plenty of time. And on a pair of ground ball outs, 2 up and 2 down for the Revs. It'll bring up Eric Patterson, their second baseman.
The second baseman, number 4, Eric Patterson, number 4.
First lefty bat to face righty Billy Buckner tonight. Patterson, a .245 hitter, 6 homers, and 30 runs batted in on the season. York and the Ducks each had 3 home runs here in Monday's game, a 5-4 Long Island win. And the Revs won at 5-1 last night, and York hit the only home run of the game. First pitch is just outside for ball 1. Give Billy Buckner's overall numbers in a second. 7-1 is his record. Those 7 wins tied for third most in the Atlantic League. The 1-0 is swung through, a ball and a strike. 4.87 earned run average. 48 innings thrown. He has allowed 56 hits. He has walked 23 and struck out 45. So in those 23 walks, certainly a lot higher than he'd like them to be in 10 outings this season. The 1-1 is up and away. 2 balls and a strike now to Eric Patterson. But the fact that the Ducks are 8-2 in Billy's 10 games since joining the team. He made his Long Island debut May 21st in York, and they're a perfect home in his 4 starts here. Long Island very confident in Buckner coming in tonight. He misses low and inside, though, and the count now 3-1. Patterson slightly open from the left. The pitch is just a little bit outside. Boy, I was going to say a strike on the outside corner, but he didn't get the call from home plate umpire Matt Chris, and it's a 2-out walk to Eric Patterson.
The center fielder, number 33, Brandon Boggs, number 33.
So to bring up the switch hitting center fielder and cleanup man, Brandon Boggs, swinging from the left side against the righty. Batting .238 on the year, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. Again, Matt Chris is calling the balls and strikes tonight. He's joined by Fred DeJesus at first and J.B. Torres, the man in black, at third base. First pitch here to Boggs is way outside on a changeup for ball 1. Eric Patterson over at first base has 11 steals on the year, and he's only been caught stealing 1 time. So keep an eye on him as John Griffin holds him aboard, and he'll draw the attention of Billy Buckner for sure. Does not go. The 1-0 is well hit to right field. Brian Sabatella going back at the track, looking up, and that ball is gone. A 2-run homer to right for Eric Patterson, his 7th of the season, and York with an early 2-0 lead. He steps on third, gets the low 5 there from Coach Inoel Polanco, and now the Revs with homers in all 3 games have an early 2-zip lead here. Just 4 batters in my. That's Brandon Boggs on the home run. So Patterson had walked in front of him. So I apologize. Brandon Boggs with his 5th home run of the season. A 2-run shot to right that scored Eric Patterson in front of him. And 4 batters in. It is 2-0 York. Here's Brian Pounds, the right swinging first baseman and 5-man. So my apologies to Brandon Boggs. Don't want to take away his home run. I'm sure Eric Patterson would rather have the homer than the walk, but he got aboard and scored as well. Strike one to Pounds, and now ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to the 5-hitter and first baseman from the right side. On the year, a .282 hitter with 6 homers and a team best 38 runs batted in. 1-1 is a strike on the outer edge. It's 1-2. Billy Buckner waits for Brian Pounds to get ready. And now the 1-2. Call, third strike. Boy, what a breaking ball. Started out the body of Pounds, nailed the inside corner for his first strikeout of the evening, and that retires the side. But the Revs pick up 2 runs on 1 hit. There was a walk, and nobody left. Middle of the first tonight at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It's the York Revolution 2, and the Long Island Ducks coming to bat.
Hey, fan, this is outfielder Prentice Redmond, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/duck.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc paver, let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived.
Now, the Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. Revs with a 2 spot in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the frame. And defensively for York tonight, Brian Pounds is at first base, Eric Patterson at second, Mikey Reynolds the shortstop, and Wilson Valdez at third. Nick Ferdinand's in left, Brandon Boggs in center, Jacob Calderon in right. Luis De La Cruz does the catching, and on the hill, the 29-year-old left-hander from Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. 5'9", 190-pound lefty Frank Gailey. Gailey's first pitch to the leadoff man, Brian Sabatella, is in there for a strike. Sabatella bats from the right side. He's the right fielder at the top of the order tonight for Kevin Baez. 0-1 to Sabatella is a strike on the outer edge. Quickly 0-2 on Brian, who's batting .289 on the year. He's got 1 homer, and he has driven in 33. Gailey from the first base side of the rubber comes 0-2 and misses away. It's ball 1. So Frank Gailey, the starter, again, York, Pennsylvania, is about 90 miles west of where he was born in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Conshohocken, I got to get it right. Conshohocken is how I believe it is said. But again, York is 90 miles west of there, and Frank Gailey was born in Philadelphia, which is 100 miles east of York, Pennsylvania. 2-2 count on Sabatella, and there's a call, third strike. So down looking is Brian for out number 1, and strikeout number 1 for southpaw Frank Gailey. So he gets the pitch for his home state team, and now he'll face Delta Cleary Jr.
Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
Long Island center fielder is a switch hitter in the 2-hole, batting right here against the lefty Gailey. Gailey stares into Luis De La Cruz, and the first pitch is strike 1 to Delta Cleary Jr., batting .279 on the year, 5th best average on the Ducks, no homers, 18 runs batted in. 0-1 is foul tip into the mitt of the catcher De La Cruz. Quickly 0-2 on Delta Cleary Jr. Well, again, the Revs getting a 2 spot on the top of the first. My broadcast partner, Michael Pollock, popped in between innings to inform me that the Ducks have allowed first inning runs against in 10 of their last 18 games. So better than half of their last 18 games, they have allowed the opponent to score in the very first inning. 0-2 here to Cleary Jr. is up high for ball 1. And indeed, York has scored in the first inning of all 3 games of this series now. They got a 2 spot here in the opening inning Monday and scored 1 last night in the first. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So back-to-back strikeouts for Gailey, off to a good start, and there are 2 gone. Frank Gailey making his 9th appearance of the year, his 4th start. Started the year in the bullpen as a reliever for 5 games, and then has worked as a starter for 3. 1-2 record, but an outstanding 2.17 ERA. In 20 2/3 innings, he's allowed 18 hits, he's walked 6, and struck out 16. So here's the 3-man for Long Island. From the right side, it's third baseman Cody Puckett. Gailey's first pitch is up high for ball 1. Cody on the year, batting .268, 6 homers, 31 runs batted in. 1-0 is tapped back to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cody Puckett. Tonight also is a winning inning Wednesday. Every home game for the Ducks that falls on a Wednesday is a winning inning Wednesday, and a fan each and every inning will have the chance to win $10,000 if a certain event occurs in the game. Ball 2 outside, it's 2-1 to Puckett. In the top of the first, the Ducks needed to turn a triple play. They were unable to do that. But we'll keep you posted as to what the other events are, and if any one of them occurs, a lucky fan will go home $10,000 richer. And if you think it can't happen, you're wrong. Back on June 10th, just the second ever winning inning Wednesday, Ducks scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th, and Ginny Steele of Amityville won $10,000. Swing and a miss, the count 2-2 on Cody. And now a little poke foul off the end of the bat down the right field line. And the count holds on Puckett. So again, if those specific events occur, those who have filled out an entry form will have one of those entry forms pulled, and that person will go home $10,000 richer. It's incredible, and it happened in the very second time Long Island had a winning inning Wednesday. Here, Gailey misses wide, and he's run the count full now on Cody Puckett. Ducks down 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Frank Gailey, the lefty, trying to quickly retire the side in order. Randy Ruiz waits on deck for Long Island. Payoff pitch. Called, third strike. So he strikes out the side, and the Ducks go quickly and quietly. We go to the second on Long Island. The Revs have a 2-0 lead.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. On the active roster, no injuries to report tonight for Long Island. Available off the bench for manager Kevin Baez to bat are righty swinging Dan Curry and Prentice Redmond, and switch hitting Carlos Hughes. So the Revs take a 2-0 lead to the top of the second inning, and righty Billy Buckner for Long Island to face Jacob Calderon, Nick Ferdinand, and Andres Perez, 6, 7, and 8 in the Revs order. That means he starts with Calderon, the right fielder, who's batting .274 on the year, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in. So Buckner again, who allowed the 2-run homer to Brandon Boggs in the opening inning. after issuing a 2-out walk to Eric Patterson. Aren't those 2-out walks always killer? He retired the first 2 men on ground balls and then allowed the 2-run shot after the walk before striking out Brian Pounds, looking to end the inning. He starts out Calderon with a called strike, 0-1 on Jacob. A 1 pitch is just inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here at Bethpage Ballpark, we go 400 feet to dead center field, 325 to the poles, and again, a stiff wind right now, pushing across from left towards right. 1-1 is up high for ball 2. I know earlier today those winds were in the 15 to 17 mile an hour range, so again, I'm going to push every ball a little bit more towards the right field side, no matter where it's hit, and this one's grounded foul toward the right. On the ground, though, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Jacob Calderon. Billy Buckner joined the Ducks May 21st in York, first year on Long Island, first year in the Atlantic League, and the 12th year of pro ball for Buckner. His 2-2 misses up and away. He does have major league experience, 44 games, 24 of those starts, with the Royals, the Diamondbacks, the Angels, and the Padres. Payoff pitch. Grounded to first. John Griffin, nice pick on the short hop. Will take it to the bag himself for the first down. Buckner originally selected by the Royals in the 2nd round of the 2004 draft. He was the number 55 overall choice coming out of the University of South Carolina for the native of Locust Grove, Georgia. So 1 away. Here's the 7-man and left fielder, a righty swinger, Nick Ferdinand for York. Ferdinand on the season hitting .280, second best average on the club. He leads the Rebs with 8 home runs, and he's knocked in 20. Ducks catcher Mike Blank, I believe, with a little bit of an equipment issue here, as he has pulled the mask back on. And now Nick Ferdinand will stand in with that slightly open stance from the right to face Billy Buckner. Fouls the first pitch straight back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Talked to Kevin Baez about Billy Buckner, and he talked about needing a little bit more movement on his pitches. He said he's got movement, but that movement is limited to outside the strike zone and not in it. He said he needs to make the pitch a little more appealing to the hitter, and he wants him to be a little more composed on the hill, a little less animated, a little more presence on the mound, the things he's asked Billy Buckner to work on for tonight's start. Again, he does have a 7-1 record, but the ERA of 4.87, again, should come down for him, and especially here at home where his ERA is over 6.5 runs per game. 2-1 is inside, and the count now 3-1 to Nick Ferdinand. And Buckner's only loss on the year was in his 2nd game as a Duck. That was May 29th in Somerset, and he hasn't lost since. 3-1 is grounded foul, third base side, and the count now full. Likes to work quickly with nobody on base, does righty Billy Buckner. So again, since that loss in Somerset, he has started 8 games and gone 7-0 with 1 no decision. 1-out payoff is low and away, and there's ball 4. So 2nd straight inning, he's walked a man. We talked about control being an issue, and Ferdinand aboard.
Batting at the position, designated hitter, number 7, Perez, number 7.
So here's the DH and 8-man from the right side. It's Andres Perez for the York Revolution, a .251 hitter, 5 homers, 33 runs batted in. First pitch is in the air to shallow center field. Delta Cleary Jr. loping in underneath it will make the one-handed grab for the 2nd out. So 2 away, Ferdinand, the runner at first, has not attempted a stolen base. And it'll bring up the 9-man, Luis De La Cruz, the catcher from the right side.
Hitting in the 9th position, New York Revolution catcher, number 6, Luis De La Cruz, number 6.
So De La Cruz, batting .256, he's got 3 homers, 17 runs batted in, sat out last night's game. And that the only change as far as the personnel from Mark Mason, Sal Paniagua, who caught last night's game, is out tonight. And into the lineup is De La Cruz, who fouls the first pitch straight back, 0-1 on Luis de la Cruz. Top of the second, Revs with a 2-0 lead. They have a 2-out runner at first in Nick Ferdinand. Billy Buckner for Long Island trying to hang up his first 0 of the night. He's ahead 0-1 as he comes set away from his letters. And he'll throw over to first, bringing Ferdinand back there. Revs lead the Atlantic League in being caught stealing. They've been caught stealing 28 times this year. They've been successful 64. Up and in, misses Buckner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Last night in the very first inning, Mikey Reynolds, a straight steal of home plate. Can't remember the last time I saw that. That was an incredible, risky maneuver, but you know what? It got the Revs running, and it led them on the way to that 5-1 win. Nice pitch here dropped in by Buckner, and now he's in front of ball and 2 strikes. So Mikey Reynolds waits on deck. He had a killer game last night. In fact, he and starting pitcher Sean Hill were our players of the game for the York Revolution. Runner goes. 1-2 is fouled away up behind home plate, and everybody will reset. So Ferdinand was off on a 2-out, 2-strike offering, and he'll head back. And now it's De La Cruz checking down at third, where longtime Atlantic League veteran Noel Polanco goes through the sign. Mark Mason, the manager, in the dugout on the third base side for York. Another 1-2 coming. Ferdinand does not run, and this is down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Might have been a good pitch to run on, because Mike Blank had to slide to his right and block it. Would have been a tough situation to try to get a strong, accurate throw off on. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner goes, and Buckner misses down and away. The throw by Blank is in the dirt, and then hits Ferdinand. He thought about going to third, but thought better of it when Dan Lyons quickly got to that ball in left center. But first stolen base of the season for Nick Ferdinand on his first attempt. So he puts himself in scoring position. The pitch was ball 3, and the count now full to Luis de la Cruz. Buckner stares into Mike Blank and readies his payoff offering. Here it is, curveball, popped up in right field. Ryan Sabatella underneath gives it a 2-handed squeeze, and that will retire the side. For the Revs, no runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the second on Long Island. York leads the Ducks 2-0.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, we go to the bottom of the second. The Ducks trail at 2-0. It is a winning inning Wednesday here at Bethpage Ballpark. In this bottom of the second inning, if the Ducks hit back-to-back home runs, one lucky fan will go home with $10,000. And this, to me, might be the most likely scenario to occur tonight because the Ducks are at 4, 5, and 6 in their order. coming in. Randy Ruiz has 6 homers on the season, including 2 in his last 4 games. John Griffin has 11 home runs. That is tied for the league lead. And newcomer Steve McQuail has 5 homers in his 7 games as a Long Island Duck. So all 3 of those guys are capable of going yard in a hurry, and all they got to do is go back-to-back home runs here in the bottom of the second, and one fan goes home with 10 grand. Let's get it started here. Randy Ruiz, the DH and cleanup man for Long Island, and lefty Frank Gailey drops in strike 1. Gailey struck out the side in order to open the game, and he has already tied his season high in strikeouts with 3 for the game. 0-1 is a strike, so quickly 0-2 on big Randy Ruiz for Long Island. Their leading hitter at .338, 6 homers, 30 runs batted in. Gailey's 0-2 is a swing and a miss, so 4 consecutive strikeouts to start the game for Gailey, and already a new season high for the pitcher, again, who's worked 5 times as a reliever, 3 as a starter prior to tonight.
Hitting in the fifth position for Long Island, first baseman number 33, John Griffin, number 33.
So it'll bring up John Griffin, the right-swinging first baseman and 5-man for Long Island. We mentioned those 11 homers, tied for first in the Atlantic League. And he goes after the first pitch, but pops it up down the right field line. A long run for Jacob Calderon. The right fielder crosses into foul territory to make the catch for the second out. So 5 in a row retired by Gailey to begin his night, but there ends his run of strikeouts consecutively at 4. And it'll bring up Steve McQuail, our pregame guest tonight. McQuail, the right-swinging left fielder, batting 6th, is hitting .280, 7 games as a Duck, 7 runs batted in. He told us in the pregame interview he's having the most fun he's ever had in his career already in just 2 weeks as a Duck. Takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. He's a native of Wantagh here on Long Island and attended MacArthur High School in Levittown. 1-0 is inside, 2-0 now to McQuail, who also told us he remembers one stint in his career when he was actually hotter than this. He said when he first started with the Blue Jays in spring training, he had 9 homers in 20 at-bats. 2-0 is a check swing, and that's a strike. 2-1 now to Steve McQuail. 9 home runs in his first 20 at-bats. That's just unbelievable. He'll ready for the 2-1 from Gailey. And he pops it up foul behind home plate, out of play. 2-2 now to Steve McQuail. McQuail does have 4 homers in his 5 games here at Bethpage Ballpark. Frank Gailey, the lefty set below the belt, is 2-2. Hacked back to the screen. Straight underneath it was McQuail, and the count holds. No major league experience for Frank Gailey, rookie through AAA ball in the Blue Jays, Phillies, A's, and O's organizations. And again, prior to this year, Gailey had made only 4 starts in almost 300 career games in the minors. 2-2 here is up and away. Suddenly, he starts this year out as a reliever, but they switch him over to a starter his last 3 outings. And again, that tidy 2.17 earned run average for the season. He has not got a lot of run support. He's worked the count full. And now the payoff, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So what a start for Frank Gailey. 6 up, 6 down with 5 strikeouts as the Ducks go 1-2-3. We go to the third on Long Island, York with a 2-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't Get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, Duck fans, there's no better time than now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Now, children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or calling 631-940-3825. We go to inning number 3, the York Revolution with a 2-0 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And on this winning inning Wednesday, here in the top of the third, if Ducks second baseman Blake Davis has all 3 assists in the inning, guess what? A lucky fan is going home with 10 grand. Mikey Reynolds at the top of the order, first pitch swinging, and he crushes it to left center field. That will roll all the way to the wall. Reynolds is moving around second. He's going to go for third. The relay throw bounces in, and he'll be in there standing. So Mikey Reynolds, who had a huge game last night for the Revs, going 3 for 4, scoring twice, including a straight steal of home, triples here to open the visitors' third. And that's the third consecutive game of the series where the Revs have had a triple. They had one triple Monday night. They had a pair of triples last night. And now Mikey Reynolds has his triple here this evening. His second 3-bagger of the year. So again, we'll keep an eye on Reynolds. Last night, with a righty on the hill in Bobby Blevins, a straight steal of home plate in the very first inning. Here's Wilson Valdez for the Revs. Cody Puckett in on the grass at third, and he'll get the bouncing ball, check Reynolds back, but I believe they're going to say it's foul off the foot of Wilson Valdez. So it's just strike one on Valdez, who grounded out to short his first time up. So do not put it past Mikey Reynolds at third base to try to steal home once again. Could you try to pull it off in back-to-back games, especially against a right-hander who's staring right at you? Well, Billy Buckner's giving him a look. 0-1 here is to third. This time it's a fair ball. Cody Puckett looks back Reynolds, loops across the diamond to get Valdez for the first down. So it'll bring up Eric Patterson, the second baseman.
Number 4, Eric Patterson, number 4.
Well, speaking of triples, Patterson had one here last night for his only hit. It was his 27th career triple, and that now puts him in the top 10 in Atlantic League history for triples. Ducks will bring the infield in all the way around here to try to cut off Mikey Reynolds at the plate if he tries to advance on a ground ball. So they're drawing an infield for Patterson. And the first pitch from Billy Buckner gets the outside corner at the knees. 0-1 on Eric, who walked and scored back in the 2-run first for the Revs. Be an 0-1 coming. And that pop foul out of play on the third base side. 0-2. Again, this York team has really struggled this year. Had the worst record of any team in the league in the first half at 24 wins and 46 losses. They finished last in the Freedom Division, 18 games back of the first place Blue Crabs. And right now, technically, yes, they're in last in the Freedom, but they're only a game and a half back of the first place Barnstormers. Here another foul ball to the netting off the bat of Eric Patterson, and the count holds at 0-2. So again, they hope to turn it around in the second half where everybody's record was reset to 0-0. And they have just as good a chance of anybody else of turning it around and making the playoffs in the second half. 0-2 is letter high for ball one. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Eric Patterson. Top of the third, Revs trying to add to a 2-0 lead. They have Mikey Reynolds as their one-out runner at third base. Billy Buckner, 1-2, is low and inside. Good job by Mike Blank to slide to his right and make the block. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And when Mikey Reynolds broke for home last night, Bobby Blevins delivered the pitch, and Mike Blank just didn't catch it. Again, I think he was concerned with trying to apply that tag to Mikey Reynolds, charging down the third baseline, and he didn't catch the pitch from Bobby Blevins, not Billy Buckner, one BB, not the other. As here, Billy Buckner misses high, and the count now full. And Mikey Reynolds with a straight steal of home to make it 1-0 York in the first inning last night. So the count now full on Patterson. Payoff, hit up the middle and through into center field for a base hit. So Mikey Reynolds will score. It's an RBI single for Eric Patterson. And York adds a run. They make it a 3-0 game here in the third. For Eric Patterson, RBI number 31 on the year. He's third on the Revs in that department.
Center fielder number 33, Brandon Boggs, number 33.
So Reynolds scores the run. Patterson gets the ribby. And now here's the guy who hit a 2-run homer to right his last time up, Brandon Boggs. That was his 5th long ball of the year. Still just one away for York. Goes after the first pitch into center field. Charging in is Delta Cleary Jr. He will make the grab for the second out. So it'll bring up Brian Pounds, who looked at strike 3 back in the opening inning.
37, Brian Pounds, number 37.
Pounds a 2-run homer last night to left field in the top of the third. That made it a 4-0 game in favor of York. On Monday night, the Revs built a 4-1 lead on homers by Calderon, Patterson, and Perez. But the Ducks rallied back with 3 homers of their own to win the game 5-4. The runner Patterson goes, and he will steal second base without a throw. So Eric Patterson now 12 stolen bases in 13 tries this year. And the Revs with stolen bases in back-to-back innings have a man in scoring position for Pounds, who took the pitch for ball 1. Righty-righty for Billy Buckner, who checks Patterson at second now. And the 1-0, beautifully placed on the inner half, 1 ball and 1 strike. Brian Pounds a year ago hit 16 home runs for the Camden River Sharks. So far, 6 this season for his current club, the York Revolution. You'll see a 1-1. And trying to get that same spot was Buckner, but I think that was a little bit low for ball 2. Revs lead at 3-0 here in the top of the third. 3 runs on 3 hits for York. So far, the Ducks have gone 6 up and 6 down against lefty Frank Gailey, who has fanned 5 Long Island hitters already. 2-1. Bouncing ball to second. Playable for Blake Davis. He has to wait for it. Gets it to John Griffin, and that will retire the side. But the Revs add a run on 2 hits and leave 1. Middle of the third tonight in Central Islip. It is the Revolution 3 and the Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Brian Sabatella, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Bring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda. $9 a month. 15 Honda Civic LS Van, $59. The Huntington Honda. Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, hey, Duck fans, the final out in the top of the third inning tonight was the 15th out of this ball game. Now, did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Well, get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. We go to the home third, Long Island trailing at 3-zip, and lefty Frank Gailey has been lights out for York. He has faced 6 Ducks, retired them all on 5 strikeouts and a flyout. So he has been locked in early on, and the reliever turned starter will go against the bottom third of the order and start with a catcher from the right side, the 7-hitter, Mike Blank for Long Island. First pitch is strike 1 to Blank, a .322 hitter, second best average on the flock. He's got 5 homers, and he's knocked in 22. 0-1 is strike 2. Last night, the Ducks managed just 2 hits. Both of them were doubles by Mike Blank and Blake Davis. That's it. And they were no hit into the 5th inning last night. Here, a check swing. They appeal to first, and Fred DeJesus says he held up. So it's ball 1 now to Mike Blank. And kind of interesting that the only 2 Ducks who had hits last night, Blank and Davis, were the 2 Ducks with the longest hitting streaks coming in. So they were the hot hitters who extended the streak. Everybody else took an offer. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Make it 6 strikeouts in 7 batters retired to open the game for lefty Frank Gailey.
Batting in the 8th position for Long Island, second baseman, number 11, Blake Davis, number 11.
So 1 away, and here is Blake Davis, the left-swinging second baseman and 8-hitter for Long Island, batting .232, no homers, 6 runs batted in. Lefty-lefty for Gailey. And there's a called strike. Again, to put it in perspective, Gailey's season high in strikeouts was 3 in a game coming in. He has doubled that already, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Strike 1 to Davis, and now ball 1 outside. Again, last night, Mike Blank with a double that extended his hitting streak to 9. Blake Davis had the only other hit for Long Island and extended his hitting streak to 6. 1-1 is a strike. And boy, is Gailey working quickly, and he is not nibbling. He is just pounding the strike zone and challenging the Ducks to put the ball in play, which so far they've only done once in this game. 1-2 is way outside, and it's 2-2 now to Blake Davis. Again, John Griffin fouled out down the right field line. He's the only Duck in 7 hitters to put the ball in play tonight against Gailey. Everybody else is struck out. 2-2 is away, and the count now full. So Blake Davis trying to become the first Duck to reach against the locked-in lefty, Frank Gailey, the Pennsylvania native. First time the Ducks have seen him this year. His 1-out payoff is lifted foul over the screen behind home plate, off the facade and back down in the front row behind home plate, where a youngster has just picked himself up the easiest souvenir you can ever have. He just walked over a couple of feet to his right and grabbed the ball. Yeah, no problem. I'll take this one home. And we'll have another payoff here between Gailey and Davis. Here's the pitch. And that's skied. Foul territory, third base side. Wilson Valdez over as is the catcher, De La Cruz, but it's off the roof of the dugout. And then a nice grab in the seats behind it. So last night, Sean Hill, the righty Rev starter, took a no-hitter into the 5th inning. Before the Ducks, Blake Davis broke that up. And can Blake Davis break up another no-hit bid here tonight? 3-2, he might here. It's deep to left field. Nick Ferdinand backing up, but he will make the grab for the second out. 8 in a row retired by Gailey to open the contest.
Hitting in the 9th position for Long Island, with the shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So to bring up Dan Lyons, the 9-hitter and shortstop, a right-handed swinger for Long Island. We're on the year. He's batting .302. That is the 6th best average in the Atlantic League. He's got a Ducks career high 6 homers, and he's knocked in 40, second on the flock. First pitch, swung through. He may have got a piece of it. 0-1 on Lyons. So again, first time through the order. Everybody getting their first look at Frank Gailey. We'll see if the Ducks can go to school on it and be better the second time through. Here, Gailey gets a comebacker. He will overhand the first, and for the third straight inning, he retires the side in order. Nothing across, 3 in the books. On the island tonight, the Rebs have a 3-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. York Revolution with a 3-0 lead over the Long Island Ducks. For the Revs, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. For Long Island, no runs, no hits, and no errors. We do thank you for tuning in to Ducks Baseball tonight and making us part of your Wednesday evening entertainment, no matter where you might be watching tonight around the world at liducks.com or youtube.com/DucksBaseball. We do appreciate you tuning in and enjoying the action, including all those listening out in Pennsylvania Dutch country. I'm sure we got some Rebs fans watching tonight as well. Well, Billy Buckner, Long Island's righty starter, into his 4th inning of work, and it's ball 1 to Jacob Calderon, who grounded out to first his first time through. Goes after the next pitch and cuts through it, 1 ball and 1 strike. 4th inning means 4th inning trivia. We'll give you the question here in the top of the inning and the answer in the bottom of the frame. It concerns Dan Lyons, who last night in his first 2 plate appearances was hit by a pitch both times. Here, a ground ball pulled to the right side, right into the glove of Blake Davis, who had him played perfectly, and he throws him out for the first out. So Dan Lyons, 2 times to the plate, 2 times plunked last night. He's now been hit 9 times with a pitch this year, and that ties him for 2nd in the league. Only player who's been hit more is Aaron Eggleston of the Patriots, who's been nailed 10 times. But it got me thinking to the all-time single-season Atlantic League leader in being hit by a pitch. Nick Ferdinand takes a strike. Which former Long Island Duck holds the all-time Atlantic League record for being hit by a pitch the most amount of times in a single season? Beautiful curve here from Billy Buckner, dropped in for a strike, and it's 0-2. I can tell you that player was hit 40. That's right, 40 times in one season. So put on your thinking caps and see if you can come up with which Duck did it the hard way, got hit by a pitch 40 times in a single season, an all-time Atlantic League record. Here, bouncing one is Buckner. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Nick Ferdinand, who drew a base on balls back in the 2nd and also picked up his first stolen base of the season. Got a feel for Danny Lyons, though, twice in 2 plate appearances. Here, another foul towards the Ducks dugout on the first base side. But the good news for Lyons, if there is a silver lining, in that game last night, he actually went 0 for 2. But the fact he was hit by a pitch extended his home on base streak to 15 games. So without being plunked, that streak would be over. 2-2 to Ferdinand is skied on the infield. Who's going to make the call? Looks like the catcher, Mike Blank, and diving back, he did come up with it. What a catch by Blank as the wind got a hold of it. We talked about that wind pushing hard from left towards right, and he had to lunge backward with that catcher's mitt and make an incredible grab in fair territory for the 2nd out. Well, Cody Puckett, the third baseman, was right there beside him. I think it would have been a much easier play for Cody than it was for Blank, who had to turn around faced the other direction, and then lunged backward, but he held it as he hit the ground for the second out. Here's Andres Perez, and he takes a ball down and away. Perez flew out to center field his first time up, and what a big weekend it was for Andres Perez. On Sunday against Lancaster, he got his 384th hit as a York Revolution, placing him number 1 now all-time in franchise history as he passed the great James Shanks. So Andres Perez, the all-time number 1 hitter now in York Revolution history. And this is a club that's entering their 9th season of play in the Atlantic League. Ball and a strike to him. And now down and away, 2-1, or I should say is in their 9th year. They began way back in 2007 and, of course, won back-to-back championships in 2010 and in 2011 when they beat the Ducks in the championship series. 2-1 is low and outside, so 3-1. A chance for Billy Buckner to retire the side in order for the first time tonight if he can get the 8-man Andres Perez. So again, we'll give you the answer to our 4th inning trivia in the bottom of the frame when the Ducks come to bat. 3-1 is way outside, ball 4. So no 1-2-3 for Buckner, instead his 3rd walk of the game. And again, back in the opening inning, he issued a 2-out walk. Derek Patterson, and then Brandon Boggs promptly hit a 2-run homer to right.
Luis De La Cruz, number 6.
So here is Luis De La Cruz, who flew out to right field his first time through. First pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Blank going right. And it's ball 1. Andres Perez has just 1 steal this year. He's been caught 3 times. Well, the Revs with 2 stolen bases in the game already. We'll see if they run Perez here with 2 gone. Not yet. 1-0 on the ground is short. Lyons can't get it as he dives to his left, but it's under his glove. Holding at second is Perez, and the throw quickly back in from center fielder Delta Cleary Jr. Pretty close play at second base.
For the York Revolution with shortstop number 2, Mikey Reynolds, number 2.
So Revs trying for another 2-out rally as a walk and a single came with 2 away, and they go back to the top of the order for Mikey Reynolds, who was 1 for 2 tonight with a triple and a run scored. Reynolds came in hitting .400 against Ducks pitching in the season series. Only played 5 games against Long Island, but still, .400 average is .400. Here, breaking ball strike from Billy Buckner, and it's 0-1 on Reynolds. Ducks lead the season series 8 wins to the Revs 3 in the 11 previous games played between these squads. 0-1. Grounded to third. Cody Puckett will take it to the bag himself, and that'll retire the side. For York, no runs, a hit, a walk, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Revolution lead the flock 3-0.
Hey fans, this is and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DuckBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks trail at 3-0 as we go to the last of the 4th, and on winning inning Wednesday in this bottom of the 4th, if the Duck hitters collectively hit for the cycle One lucky Duck fan will go home with $10,000. And if you say, you know what, that could never happen, guess what? Last night, the Revs did just that in the top of the third, as they had Mikey Reynolds hit a single, Jacob Calderon a double, Eric Patterson a triple, and Brian Pounds a home run. So that's all the Ducks need to do, is have 4 different players get 4 different hits, single, double, triple, home run, and a Duck fan will go home with $10,000. Back to the top of the order for Long Island, Brian Sabatella, the right fielder and leadoff man, against the lefty Frank Gailey. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Again, Gailey has retired the first 9 men in this game and has struck out 6 of those 9. What a start for the lefty. The 0-1 is fisted foul out of play, first base side. 0-2 now on Sabatella. Interesting thing on Gailey, we talked about the fact that prior to this year, he'd made only 4 starts in almost 300 career minor league games. This year, this is only his 4th start. He's never gone beyond 4 1/3 innings. So he's been lights out, but how much longer could he stay in the game? 0-2 here is a tapper foul behind home plate. So you talk about a great start, and he's got one. But he has been extremely efficient in this game. But Mark Mason certainly knows a guy making only his 4th start of the season and only his 8th start in his 9-year pro career probably is not going to go the distance no matter what he does out there. The 0-2 is a wicked one-hopper to third for Wilson Valdez. Fires across the diamond to get Sabatella 1 away. Right now, Gailey unofficially is at 44 pitches here in the 4th. So he's been right around 11 pitches per inning. Certainly very efficient, but his high water mark, 4 1/3 innings, as far as most innings pitched, each of his last 2 times out. So he's now retired the first 10 Ducks to open the game. And here's Delta Cleary Jr., who he struck out swinging in the first. Oh, he thought about a bunt, did Delta Cleary Jr. Charging from first was Brian Pounds. He took the backdoor curve for a strike, 0-1. Delta has hit .385 against Revs pitching in the season series, the best average of any Duck. 0-1 is fisted foul up behind home plate and out of play, 0-2. All right, we'll get to our 4th inning trivia. We talked about Dan Lyons being hit by a pitch 9 times this year, tied for 2nd in the league. We asked you to name the Long Island Duck who was hit 40 times in one season to set an all-time league record. 0-2 is outside for ball 1. We take you back to the championship season, the very first championship for the Long Island Ducks in 2004. And their first baseman that year was a guy named James Douglas Jennings. Doug Jennings, the great DJ, was hit 40 times by a pitch that year. And boy, he just wore it every night. He would never rub, he would never complain. He was just a monster at the plate that year for the championship Ducks. 2-2 pitch here to Delta is fisted over the netting behind home plate and the count holds. So Jennings was hit by a pitch 40 times. That helped him to set a league record that year that still stands to this day for the highest on-base percentage of any player in league history. He got on base at better than a .500 clip that year. Delta Cleary Jr. will drop it down in a right center field for the first base hit and the first base runner of the game tonight for Long Island. So there goes the perfect game and the no-hitter for Frank Gailey here in the 4th. Second baseman Eric Patterson was going to think about leaping up in the air, but he realized he wasn't going to get it. And the Ducks finally have a base runner with 1 out here in the 4th, trailing 3-0. So again, the great Doug Jennings, number 7 for Long Island, is the answer to our 4th inning trivia tonight. His on-base percentage that year, by the way, was .505. Only player in league history with an on-base percentage of better than .500. Here's Cody Puckett, struck out looking back in the first, takes a backdoor curve, strike 1 to Puckett. Delta Cleary Jr., terrific speed at first base for Long Island. 17 steals on the year. He's only been caught twice. Those 17 swipes are tied for 3rd most in the Atlantic League. Ball and a strike to Puckett. Gailey's pitch. Hit on the ground is short, could be 2. Reynolds to second for 1. Patterson on to first. High throw, and it pulled Brian Pounds off the bag. So Pounds had to go up in the air to get it, or else that would have been an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. But again, scoring-wise, you can't assume the double play. So it goes down as a fielder's choice. Delta Cleary Jr. forced out at second. Cody Puckett replaces him at first as the 2-out runner for Randy Ruiz, who struck out swinging in the second. Frank Gailey's pitch. Broken bat pop-up in the shallow left center field. Could be an adventure, but the shortstop, Mikey Reynolds, with an over-the-shoulder grab. That will retire the side. For the Ducks, no runs, a hit, a man left. 4 complete tonight in Central Islip. The Rebs have a 3-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is Sergio Perez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers, let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived.
Well, fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit here to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. All proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Righty Billy Buckner takes the hill for inning number 5. He'll go against 2, 3, and 4 in the Rebs order, and that means he starts with Wilson Valdez, who has twice grounded out to the left side of the infield. So Valdez with a slightly open stance. From the right to face the righty Buckner, and Billy's first pitch to him is taken all the way for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Valdez 2 for 7 in the series coming in. The 0-1 is down and away. Again, the series has been split so far. Ducks with a 5-4 win on Monday night. Rebs with a 5-1 win here last night. Ducks right now are 2-3 on this 7-game homestand that concludes tomorrow night. 1-1 here is popped up in a right center field. The center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr., over to line it up and make the grab for the first out. Ducks in a run right now where they'll play 14 of 17 games here at home, where they're the best home team in the league.
Eric Patterson, number 4.
Ducks are 30-10 here at the Duck Pond for a .750 winning percentage. Tops in the ATL. Here's Eric Patterson. He's had a nice night. He walked and scored in the first, and an RBI single up the middle in the third. Takes inside. It's ball 1 to Patterson. Patterson, a major leaguer with the Cubs, the A's, the Red Sox, and the Padres. 1-0 is taken the other way into left center field. It's going to be a base hit. It will go all the way to in front of the warning track before Delta Cleary Jr. cuts it off. And in a second is Eric Patterson, who's been aboard all 3 times tonight. So 5th hit of the night for York. Man in scoring position with 1 away for Brandon Boggs.
Center fielder number 33, Brandon Boggs, number 33.
Boggs, a 2-run homer to right in the opening inning, his 5th of the year, as he picked up RBIs 22 and 23, and then flew out to center his last time through. Patterson stole second base in the 3rd inning. Will he go for 3rd here? Buckner checks him and deals, and misses away with ball 1. Brandon Boggs spent 18 games with the Bluefish last year, hit .324 and was signed away by the Atlanta Braves. 1-0 is high for ball 2. He does have major league experience with the Texas Rangers and Milwaukee Brewers. Buckner will deal 2-0, and that missing away, 3-0. So Billy can't find the strike zone here. And Brian Pounds waits on deck. 3-0, outside ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk does set up a force and a potential double play. And does also set up a righty-righty for him in Brian Pounds.
Brian Pounds, number 37.
4th walk of the night for Long Island's righty starter. And now here is Pounds, who has struck out looking and grounded to second. So Buckner was very careful with Boggs, who had already gone yard on him. Sets up the righty-righty and hopes for a ground ball to turn 2. Gets a pop-up instead. First baseman John Griffin, slightly out into right field, uses that long reach to reach back and make the grab for the second out. So 2 on, 2 away, and Jacob Calderon, the right fielder, will be the hitter. He twice has grounded out to the right side.
Right fielder, number 16, and Jacob Calderon, number 16.
Calderon having a great series. He was 2 for 3 here Monday with a homer, and the only Reb to have a multi-hit game in that 5-4 loss. Then 2 for 4 last night with a single and a double, but so far 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch swinging as well, and he hacks it foul up on the third base side for strike 1. We're in the top of the 5th. York trying to add to a 3-0 lead. They've got Eric Patterson at second and Brandon Boggs at first as 2 out runners for Jacob Calderon. Up and away runs the fastball. It's 1-1. Calderon spent 4 years in the Yankees organization, playing rookie and A-ball there, including a stint with the Staten Island Yanks in 2013. Breaking ball down and in, Blank blocks it, but both runners advance a base, and that should be a wild pitch on Billy Buckner that takes away the force at any base and puts 2 in scoring position now for the Revs. A nice block by Blank, but just couldn't find the handle. 2 balls and a strike now to Jacob Calderon. Bounces it to the right side. John Griffin Fields will underhand to his pitcher Buckner, covering to get the out. That retires the side. For York, no runs, a hit, a walk, and 2 men left. We're halfway home tonight in Central Islip, middle of the 5th inning. The Revolution 3, the Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls Party Deck, the Trout Town Fan Can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Long Island Ducks trailing at 3-0. It is a winning inning Wednesday here at the ballpark. If the Ducks hit a grand slam in the bottom of this frame, one lucky fan will go home with $10,000. Ducks have had only 1 grand slam all year of their 55 home runs, and that was Randy Ruiz on the 4th of July. John Griffin has started off for Long Island against lefty Frank Gailey, and His first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Gailey has been terrific tonight, allowing only one base runner and one base hit. Delta Cleary Jr., a single to right center last inning. The 0-1 is inside on a fastball. 1-1 now to Griffin, who fouled out down the right field line to Jacob Calderon in his only previous AB. 1-1. Lined over the head of the leaping Wilson Valdez at third and into the left field corner. Griffin will try for second. The throw is offline and gets away, and he'll have to head back there. So John Griffin with a double down the left field line, just the second hit of the game for Long Island, and the first time tonight they get the leadoff man aboard. He also lost part of his gear rounding first base. I'm not sure what it was, as it's been picked up by a teammate. But I don't know, maybe an elbow guard or a shin pad? Yeah, I think it was a shin pad. But John Griffin with a hard hit ball into the left field corner. And just the second hit of the night for Long Island. Here's Steve McQuail, struck out swinging in the second inning. Comes in with 5 homers in his first 7 games as a Duck. And a quick meeting on the mound here between the battery mates Frank Gailey and Luis de la Cruz. Again, last night in the Atlantic League, Revs won at 5-1 here. Teams have split the first 2 games of this series. Bridgeport, a 5-2 winner in Southern Maryland. They've won the first 2 against the Crabs. And Somerset won their second straight game in Camden. 2-1 was the final. Lancaster and Sugar Land were off Monday and Tuesday. And they'll kick off a 6-game series tonight down in Texas. We'll keep you updated on all those games as well as the Mets and the Yanks in important division battles. McQuail almost hit by the pitch here in at the belt, and it's ball 1 to the Ducks left field slugger. Steve was kind enough to be our pregame interview tonight and told us he's having as much fun as he's ever had playing professional baseball, finally getting to do it at home for the Wonton native who takes away. He said each and every night, it's friends, it's his parents, it's his grandparents. They're packing the ballpark, and he's just thrilled they get to see him do his thing for the first time in his professional career. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Missing away is Gailey, and it's 3-0. So again, he is being very careful with first base open and Mike Blank on deck, rather than giving a locked-in Steve McQuail something to hit. Did nibble there on the outside edge and got a strike. It's 3-1. Ducks down 3 here in the 5th. Finally get a man in scoring position for the first time tonight. And now a ground ball to third. Valdez will look Griffin back. Fire across to Pounds for the out, 1 away. Here's Mike Blank, who's really struggled against the Revs this year, batting just .167 in the season series. Again, he enters with the longest current hitting streak of any Duck at 9 games, but 0 for 1 tonight with a swinging strikeout in the 3rd. Frank Gailey checks Griffin at second and then deals. And that fisted down the right field line. Trouble if it's fair, but it drops foul. So right now, Frank Gailey is at his longest outing mark of the year. He went 4 1/3 in his last outing. Friday in Lancaster, he went 4 1/3. The outing prior to that at home against Sugar Land. Pitch-wise, unofficially, he is at 63 on the night. His 0-1 to Blank is a check swing. I don't think it hit his bat. They appeal. Fred DeJesus says he held up. So it's a ball rather than a strike to Mike Blank. First I thought he got it with his bat. But they say no, and the count 1-1. Again, Ducks have John Griffin at second off the leadoff double. And Mike Blank trying to move him along. Gailey's 1-1 will be delayed. Here it is. In the air, could be trouble left center field. The left fielder Ferdinand going over. Diving try by the center fielder Brandon Boggs, who comes up with it. Fires it in, not in time as Griffin is able to get back. Oh, John Griffin had to slide in hard to the bag. Great diving catch by Brandon Boggs in left center, and then he almost turned it into an inning-ending double play.
Number 11, Blake Davis, number 11.
So Griffin getting back keeps the inning alive for Blake Davis, who again entered tonight with a 6-game hitting streak and hits in 10 of his last 11 games. He flew out the other way to left back in the third. Gailey's pitch up high for ball one. Gailey selected by the Blue Jays in the 23rd round of the 2007 draft out of West Chester, University of Pennsylvania. Two separate words, West Chester. Popped up here, right center field. The second baseman, Eric Patterson, backpedaling, giving way to his center fielder, Brandon Boggs, who calls him off and makes the grab to retire the side. So John Griffin led it off with a double down the left field line, but the Ducks can't move him at all. No runs, a hit, and a man left. 5 complete tonight in Central Islip. It remains the York Revolution 3 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Soren, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
The results are in. PSEG Long Island is delivering 99.9% reliability. We got there by strengthening equipment and clearing trees along power lines across our area. And our new outage management system will continue to ensure improved communications and faster restoration. 99.9% reliable. It's one more way we're serving you better. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegLINY.com/reliability.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, fans, you can follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Now, if the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks come in tonight with 55 home runs on the season, and they are facing the pitching staff in the Revs that has allowed the most home runs of any team this year. York pitchers have given up 61 home runs. Ducks had a run come to an end last night of homering in 6 straight games. Nick Ferdinand to lead off the visitors' 6th with York holding a 3-0 lead, and Billy Buckner into his 6th inning of work misses inside with ball 1. His 1-0 is a strike. 1-1 to Ferdinand, who's drawn a walk and popped out to the catcher, Mike Blank. Down and away, 2 balls and a strike. So again, the Ducks had hit 11 homers over their previous 6 games going into last night, including at least 1 homer in all 6 games. But last night were held to just 2 hits, both doubles in the game. Ground ball inside the bag at third and down the left field line. Nick Ferdinand with a turn going for second, and he'll be in there standing with a leadoff double. So much like the Ducks had John Griffin double down the left field line to open the home 5th, Ferdinand does the same here in the visitors' 6th. Already dripping. And the Revs continue to do a great job of piling up the extra base hits. Monday here, of their 7 hits, they had 3 homers, a double, and a triple. Last night of 9 hits, they had a homer, a double, and 2 triples. And tonight, 6 hits on the board. I believe only 2 of them are singles. Here's Andres Perez. And he takes a strike. Yeah, of their 6 hits tonight, 4 for extra bases. They have 2 doubles now, a triple, and a Brandon Boggs homer. They are really doing a great job in the slugging percentage department as a team. Strike 1 to Perez, and now an 0-1 to follow. And that a tapper foul. Straight behind home, 0-2 on Andres Perez. Perez with some local angles to him. He's from New York City originally, spent 2 years in the Yankees organization, and did spend 1 year playing baseball at SUNY Stony Brook here on the island. Back in 2006, he played college baseball for Stony Brook. 0-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And for Billy Buckner, just his second strikeout of the evening, and the first since inning number 1. He got Brian Pounds looking to end the first, and he had not had a strikeout since. So he makes quick work of the 8-man on 3 pitches, and here's the 9-hitter, Luis de la Cruz. Check of second, and now he'll spin off to bring Nick Ferdinand back there. Ferdinand did swipe second base, his first steal of the year, back in the second. Revs lead it 3-0 in the top of the 6th. De La Cruz has single to left center and flied to right, and here he takes an outside strike, 0-1. Again, a couple streaks on the line for Billy Buckner. He has won his last 3 starts. He is unbeaten in his last 8 starts at 7-0 with 1 no decision, and he has not lost a game at home all year, 4-0. Gets another strike. It's quickly 0-2. Ducks got to do something for him offensively, though. Long Island held to just 2 hits last night in 9 innings. So far tonight, just 2 hits in the first 5 innings. 0-2. Pop foul into the club seats, upper deck behind home. Check the out-of-town scoreboard for you in the Atlantic League. 3 other games going on tonight. The biggest one, as far as the Ducks are concerned, in Southern Maryland, where the Blue Crabs are hosting the Blue Fish. And right now it's Southern Maryland with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd down in Crustacean Nation. 0-2 is on the ground to 3rd for Cody Puckett. He'll look the runner back and then fire across. 2 gone. Again, the Bluefish start the night atop the Liberty Division. 3 games better than the 3rd place Ducks. Long Island will be in Bridgeport Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Back to the top of the order for the New York Revolution with shortstop number 2, Mikey Reynolds, number 2.
So Nick Ferdinand with a leadoff double, stuck at second with 2 away. John Griffin led off the Ducks last at bat with a leadoff double down the left field line, and they couldn't move him along. So Mikey Reynolds, the batter, with 2 away. He is 1 for 3 tonight with a triple and a run scored. Takes a breaking ball down and away, 1-0. And speaking of the Ducks in Bridgeport Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, don't know if you heard about this, but Friday night's game, former Yankee Paul O'Neill will be the guest manager for the Bluefish. Unbelievable. The 1-0 is an inside strike, 1-1. Of course, they have had some pretty famous guest managers in the past, including the Major League Baseball all-time hit king, Pete Rose. So Paul O'Neill, I wonder if there are going to be any water coolers tossed if the Ducks end up beating the Bluefish. Going to take it out on a water cooler with a bat like his playing days for the Yankees as Reynolds slaps it foul away down the right side. 1-2 on the shortstop and leadoff man tonight for Mark Mason's Revolution. So again, you can always take the Port Jeff Ferry up to Bridgeport. Nice little hour and 15-minute ride across the Long Island Sound to see Paul O'Neill manage against the Long Island Ducks on Friday night. Should be fun. 1-2 here is another pop foul well down the right field line and out of play. So the Bluefish trail at 1-0 bottom of the 3rd to the Blue Crabs in Maryland. In Sugarland, Texas, top of the 4th, no score between the Barnstormers and the Skeeters in the opener of a 6-game set. And the top of the 4th at Campbell's Field in Camden, New Jersey. Patriots already with a 3-0 lead on the River Sharks. 1-2 here is up the middle into center field for a base hit. Ferdinand turns third. He's going to try to score. Here's the throw from Delta Cleary Jr. Offline and not in time. And getting back to first after his RBI single is Mikey Reynolds, as he has made this a 4-0 game in favor of the Revolution. So for Reynolds on the year, RBI number 6.
Third baseman, number 21, Wilson Valdez, number 21.
So tack on another for York on a big 2-out hit. They got their 2 runs in the first on a 2-out homer. And here's Wilson Valdez, 0 for 3 tonight, with a pair of groundouts and a flyout. Reynolds takes off. The pitch is hit into right. Perfectly executed hit and run, hitting behind the runner. Great job by Wilson Valdez, and Mikey Reynolds goes corner to corner. Well, the hole vacated by Blake Davis to cover second on the steal is exactly where the ball went. Hit number 8 on the night against Billy Buckner. And that's going to bring out manager Kevin Baez, who may have seen enough for his right-hander. And indeed, he's going to take the baseball. So pitching change for Long Island here. Ducks down 4-0 in the top of the 6th. Rebs with runners at the corners and 2 away for Eric Patterson when we come back.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Now, the new pitcher for Long Island is the 27-year-old left-hander Patrick Kreider. He stands 6 foot tall, 175 pounds, out of Owensboro, Kentucky, and comes into a big spot. Runners at the corners and 2 away. The Revs with 1 run in and have a 4-0 lead. And Eric Patterson, who's reached base all 3 times tonight, is at the plate. A walk, a single, a double. He's scored a run, and he's driven 1 in. So big matchup here, lefty-lefty for Kreider to try to limit it to just the 1 run on the board. Patrick's pitch will be delayed as he's going to toss over to first instead. And again, we remind you, Mikey Reynolds, the runner at third, last night a straight steal of home in the very first inning to make it 1-0 York. Kreider holds the set away from the letters, and the first pitch is down and away for ball 1. So Billy Buckner exits at 5 2/3 here tonight. He allowed 8 hits, 4 runs so far, still responsible for the 2 men aboard. Walked 4 and struck out 2 unofficially. 1-0. Thought about it, laid off it, and a beautiful curve for a strike. 1-1 now on Eric Patterson. So Buckner cannot win it. And if the Ducks don't rally, he'd have a bunch of streaks coming to an end tonight. 1-1 here is a great block in the dirt by Mike Blank, sliding to his left off a check swing by Eric Patterson to keep both runners right where they were. So again, Buckner had come in on a 3-game winning streak, an 8-game unbeaten streak, and perfect at home this season, 4-0 in 4 starts. But he leaves on the short side of the 4-0 score. 2-1. Crushed but foul down the right field line, out of play. And Patterson had a 2-run homer in the top of the first here on Monday night to give him a 2-0 lead. So he is now hit for the cycle in the series. A homer on Monday, a triple last night, a single and a double tonight. 2-2, 2 on, 2 away here in the visitors' 6th. Kreider's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blank will throw to first to get the put out, and the side retired. So Patrick Kreider puts out the fire. The Revs are held to a run on 3 hits, and they leave a pair. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's York 4 and Long Island nothing.
Hey, fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, Duck fans, this 7-game homestand wraps up tomorrow night at 6:35 when the York Revolution close out the 4-game series. Ducks logo caps go out to the first 1,500 fans. Get your tickets at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, online at liducks.com, via the Ducks mobile app, or the old-fashioned way on the telephone, 631-940-TIXX. We go to the last of the 6th. Ducks trail at 4-0, and lefty Frank Gailey into his 6th inning of work against righty swinging Dan Lyons, who takes strike 1. Lyons a comebacker to Gailey, his only time up back in the 3rd. On Winning Inning Wednesday tonight, the Ducks need a home run off the foul pole. If they can do that, one fan goes home with $10,000. And Dan Lyons, again, does have a career Ducks high 6 home runs on the year. Count 1-1 to him. Gailey's pitch almost hit him in the shins, and talked about how last night he was hit twice in his first 2 plate appearances. But it did help extend a home on base streak to 15 games for the Long Island shortstop. 2-1. Taken the other way to right. Calderon toward the line and toward the track to make the grab as the wind really got a hold of that one. And there's one away. Final line on Ducks starter Billy Buckner tonight, 5 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, allowed a homer, and hit a batter. He threw 107 pitches, 62 of those for strikes. So the Ducks will have to bail him out, or he'll see 3 different streaks come to an end tonight. Brian Sabatella back at the top of the order, 0 for 2 in the game. Has struck out looking and grounded the 3rd, and he takes strike 1 on a backdoor pitch from Frank Gailey. 0-1 is grounded foul down the left field line. 0-2 on Sabatella. The league leader in runs scored with 56, but this is kind of unusual. He has not scored a run in 7 games. His last run scored was July 12th in Somerset. Prior to this drought, he'd only gone 3 games in a row all year at most without scoring a run. Here, trying to get him on strike 3, but missing away is Gailey, and it's ball 1 instead. So Sabatella has gone 8 straight games, including tonight, without scoring a run. That's a long drought for the league leader in runs scored. Missing away again is Gailey. It's 2-2. Sabatella also 11th in the league in batting average at .289 and 3rd in total hits at .93. 2-2. Again outside, and it's full. Ryan sat out last night, 1 for 3 here Monday with a single and a walk. 0 for 2 tonight, trying to extend the 3-game hitting streak. He'll get a 1-out payoff. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So 7th strikeout tonight for Gailey, 2 gone. Remember, Gailey struck out 6 of the first 7 batters he faced to open the game, but hadn't had a strikeout since. So they wonder if Gailey is approaching any type of pitch limit he might be on. He is unofficially at 77 pitches as Delta Cleary Jr. grounds it to third. Wilson Valdez hurries it across, and very quickly the Ducks go 1-2-3. 6 in the books in CI. It's the York Revolution 4 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is Blake Davis, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. So spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or HuntingtonHondaCars.com.
Huntington Honda, discover the difference.
Auto 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget you can chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee. It's available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. This is Chris King. I thank you so much for tuning into Ducks Baseball tonight, no matter where you are watching around the world at LIDucks.com and YouTube.com/Ducks Baseball. The Revs have a 4-0 lead after 6 innings of play. For York tonight, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For Long Island, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Patrick Kreider, who struck out Eric Patterson swinging to end the 6th, stays in there to start the 7th, and he'll go against the middle third of the order for the Revs, Brandon Boggs, Brian Pounds, and Jacob Calderon.
Number 33.
Kreider making his 2nd appearance of the series. He pitched here Monday night in the Ducks' 5-4 win. Did not record an out, allowed a hit. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Gets a swinging strike from Brandon Boggs, who is 1 for 2 tonight with a walk and a 2-run homer to right back in the opening inning. Again, he hit that homer batting left-handed against the righty Billy Buckner. Switches over to bat righty against the southpaw Kreider and swings over the top of one. Quickly 0-2 on Brandon Boggs. Boggs had struggled in the season series against Long Island, batting .195. And behind him, Brian Pounds hitting .186 against Ducks pitching. 0-2 is outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Brandon Boggs. 4-0 Revs as we start the 7th inning. Hot 1-2 from Kreider is low and away, 2-2. Kreider making his 38th appearance of the year. That ties him with Amalio Diaz, his teammate, for the most games pitched in the Atlantic League this season. 2-2 here is fair down the left field line on a hard hit ball by Brandon Boggs. It's going to be another extra base hit for the Revs and a leadoff double for Boggs. Kreider a 2-1 record this year and a 3.15 ERA.
Brian Pounds, number 37.
In 34 and a third innings, he's allowed 28 hits. He's walked 13, struck out 32, and the opposition batting .228 against Patrick Kreider. So last inning, a leadoff double down the left field line for Nick Ferdinand. This inning, it's Brandon Boggs doing the honor, and here's Brian Pounds, 0 for 3 in the game with a strikeout, a pop-out, and a ground-out. Revs now, I believe, with 7 extra base hits of their 9 hits in the game. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. Let me do the math on that again. I believe I'm a little off as I'm seeing a few more singles on the sheet now. Kreider checks Boggs at second. The 0-1 to Pounds is low and in. And no advance by the runner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, 5 extra base hits. So 5 of the 9 are for extra bases. They got 4 singles and 5 extra base hits so far tonight. 1-1 is outside for ball 2. This inning we'll check in on the 4 Ducks who most recently departed Long Island to see how they're doing and what they've been able to put together thus far. So I had a chance to check back on them today, so I thought I'd let you know what everybody's doing. We'll get to that in just a second. A 2-1 here coming to Brian Pounds from Patrick Kreider. Backdoor curve and a beauty for strike 2. We start with Lou Ford. Of course, he left for Mexico, where he's playing for the Toros de Tijuana, AAA ball down in Tijuana, Mexico. He was the league's leading hitter among about 15 categories in which he was top 5 in the Atlantic League before departing for south of the border. 2-2 coming to Pounds. And a backdoor curve. He waited on it, but hit it down the right field line. Brian Sabatella near the corner. Makes the catch. Tagging and going to third is Brandon Boggs. So he hit it about 315 feet where the pole is at the 325 mark. A long first out for Brian Pounds the other way. But he gets the runner over to third with 1 out for Jacob Calderon.
Right fielder number 16 and Jacob Calderon, number 16.
Lou Ford has played 8 games down in Tijuana, Mexico, batting .303. No homers, just 1 run batted in. That's a surprise. He has scored 7 runs and does have a pair of doubles and 4 walks for, again, the Tijuana Toros. Infield in for Jacob Calderon with a man at third and 1 away. And he takes ball 1. Tonight he has 3 times grounded out to the right side. So beware. Blake Davis at second and John Griffin at first. Tough play, though, when they're so tight on that infield grass. The 1-0 is a foul ball back behind home, 1-1. Regi Corona was signed away by the Washington Nationals organization. He's playing at AA Harrisburg as a Harrisburg Senator in the Eastern League. And Regi, again, has only played 3 games so far, but he's 3 for 10, so hitting .300. A 1-1 is tap foul for strike 2. Regi has 3 runs scored, no homers, and 3 runs batted in, so not bad for Corona. 3 games, hitting .300, 3 ribbies, 3 runs for Regi, who was the second leading hitter in the Atlantic League when he departed for affiliated ball and played an outstanding second base all year for Long Island. 1-2 here is another foul ball, so a good battle by Jacob Calderon as a 1-out hitter with Brandon Boggs at third. And the Revs trying to add to a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. Patrick Kreider is 1-2. Just inside, 2-2. Andrew Barbosa, the lefty pitcher for Long Island, was signed by the Atlanta Braves. He's pitching for the Mississippi Braves at AA in the Southern League. He's made 3 starts so far as a Brave. Has Andrew Barbosa. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Patrick Kreider picks up his second strikeout of the evening, and there are 2 done. Andrew Barbosa in his 3 starts is 2-0. with a 4.61 ERA. And he had an outstanding first outing for the Mississippi Braves, striking out 12 batters in his Braves debut. Well, 5 straight righties due up next, so that might be it for the lefty Patrick Kreider. And indeed, Kevin Baez going to make a pitching change here. So we'll take a break. Revs lead it 4-0, top of the 7th, with a man in third and 2 away for Nick Ferdinand when we return.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Soren, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers, let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
The results are in. PSEG Long Island is delivering 99.9% reliability. We got there by strengthening equipment and clearing trees along power lines across our area. And our new outage management system will continue to ensure improved communications and faster restoration. 99.9% reliable. It's one more way we're serving you better. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.pseglyny.com/reliability.
Now the new pitcher for Long Island, the 25-year-old right-hander Nick Struck from Damascus, Oregon, 6 foot tall, 205 pounds, replaces lefty Patrick Kreider. In a big spot here, Revs have a man at third and 2 away in the top of the 7th, trying to add to a 4-0 lead, and here's Nick Ferdinand in. First pitch is low and inside from Struck, and the count 1-0. Nick's second appearance of this series. He was the winning pitcher in relief here Monday night, and the Ducks come from behind 5-4 victory. 1 inning of no hit, no run ball, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. 1-0 is a strike on the outer edge. 1-1 to Nick Ferdinand, who is 1 for 2 tonight with a walk, a double, and a run scored. Brandon Boggs, the runner at third with 2 away, and Nick Ferdinand trying to deliver him. 1-1, cut through, it's 1-2. So Patrick Kreider goes 1 inning. He allowed 1 hit. No walks, 2 strikeouts, and is still responsible for Boggs at third base. Struck's 1-2. Got him looking. A called third strike on the outside corner at the knees, and that will retire the side. For the Revs, no runs, a hit, and a man left. Time to stretch. Middle of the 7th inning tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. It's the York Revolution 4 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is closing pitcher Ryan Kushmal, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the North Shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The UpSky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ducks trailing at 4-0. Last night, Long Island held to just a pair of hits in a 9-inning loss, and tonight held to just a pair of hits as they go to the bottom of the 7th. And it has been the left-hander, Frank Gailey, who has just stymied Long Island all evening long. The only 2 hits for the Ducks, a Delta Cleary single in the 4th and a John Griffin double in the 5th. Let's see if Cody Puckett can get it going for Long Island here. Heart of the order to start the home 7th with Long Island down 4-0. And Gailey drops in strike 1 on Puckett, who has struck out looking and bounced into a force play. 0-1 is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Again, the Ducks, the best offensive team in the Atlantic League, best team batting average, most hits, most runs. Got to give a lot of credit to the Revs pitching the last 2 nights. 0-2 is poked off the end of the bat foul, slicing out of play down the right field line. The count holds on Cody Puckett. Another 0-2 from Gailey. And that misses away. Again, Gailey has not won a road game all year. He's lost his last 2 starts. But tonight, by far, his best start of the year. Just his 8th career start in 9 years of pro baseball, and just his 4th start this season after working as a reliever 5 times to open the season. Cody Puckett works it back to 2-2 here against the crafty lefty. And now Gailey's pitch. In there, a called 3rd strike. He got him looking. 8 strikeouts on the night for Gailey, and there's 1 away. All right, we'll finish up our look at recent Ducks alumni who are now pitching an affiliated ball. And, of course, who can forget Mickey Janus, the right-handed knuckleballer, who was leading the league in earned run average when he departed for the Mets organization. He's pitching at high A ball in the Florida State League for the St. Lucie Mets. And as Randy Ruiz steps in, we'll give you his numbers in a minute. Randy takes a fastball high for ball 1. Randy tonight 0 for 2, struck out swinging and popped out to short. 1-0. Bounced to the left side. The shortstop, Mikey Reynolds, has it go off his glove deep in the shortstop hole. And I believe that's going to be just the 3rd hit of the night for Long Island. Might have been screened by his 3rd baseman, Wilson Valdez. And it is a hit. So Randy Ruiz, a 1-out runner for the Ducks.
First baseman, number 3, John Griffin. Number 33.
Well, John Griffin with 1 swing could cut this lead in half. He has a double down the left field line and is fouled out to right. And again, tied for the league lead with 11 home runs on the year. It's a big group sitting at 11. And he takes strike 1. Chris Wallace of the Skeeters, Kevin Rivers of the Barnstormers, Gustavo Molina of the Blue Crabs, and Brian Cavazos Galvez of the Stormers, along with John Griffin, all have 11 home runs on the year. Check swing foul ball, Griff down 0-2. So Mickey Janus pitching for the Mets at single A St. Lucie, high A I should say. 3 games there, 2 starts, no record, and a 4.42 earned run average. Little tapper foul behind home. Count holds on Griffin. And so that's how the recent Duck departures have been doing. But remember, Lou Ford, number 1 in the league in batting average. Reggie Corona, number 2 in batting average. Mickey Janus, number 1 in ERA. And lefty Andrew Barbosa lights out. The Ducks have lost 4 amazing players to affiliated baseball. And hard to replace them, as here Griffin took it off the handle. Thought for a second it may have gotten his hands, but he appears to be okay. and the count remains 0-2 on John Griffin. Ducks trail at 4-0 in the last of the 7. They have Randy Ruiz at first with 1 away. Ducks have not even gotten a batter to third base in this game. Griffin, the only guy to make second base in the contest. Here he grounds it foul off the railing in front of the Revolution dugout on the third base side. So I am very surprised that Frank Gailey, a guy who hadn't gone beyond 4 1/3 innings all year, is now up over 90 pitches and still in the game. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Make it 9 Ks on the evening. 2 away. I know he's pitching well. I just didn't think he had this much in him for a starter converted from a reliever.
Left fielder, number 40, Steve McQuail. Number 40.
So here's Steve McQuail, 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a strikeout. Again, 5 homers in his first 7 games as a Long Island Duck. Went for it there and came up empty, 0-1. Gotta think this is the last inning for Gailey. Again, approaching 100 pitches. Gets another strike, though. Almost looks like he's getting better here in the late innings. And it's 0-2. So maybe Mark Mason gives him a little rope here until he gets into trouble or until he tells him, I'm gassed. 0-2. Called third strike. He strikes out the side. 10 Ks on the night for the Southpaw Gailey, and the Ducks are done in the home 7. No runs a hit and a man left. 7 complete in CI. The Rebs lead it 4-0.
Hey fans, this is first baseman John Griffin, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, we head to inning number 8. The York Revolution with a 4-0 lead, and on this winning inning Wednesday, Nick Struck, who stays in there in relief, has to strike out the side on 9 pitches. So he's got no leeway at all. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 up, 3 down is what we need to send one lucky fan home, $10,000 richer here tonight. So Struck against 8-9-1 in the Rebs order, and that means he begins with Andres Perez, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Nick Struck's first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard, update you on the Atlantic League action and the majors as well. Full slate in the ATL tonight. 0-1. Nice breaking ball strike, 0-2. Bluefish and Blue Crabs now tied at 2 as they play at the top of the 6th at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland. Ducks 3 back of the Fish for the top spot in the Liberty Division. 0-2. Popped up behind home plate. Mike Blank will give it a look, but it'll be in the seats. Somerset Patriots, 5-1 lead over Camden down in South Jersey as they play in the top of the 6th. Again, the Bluefish have won the first 2 games of their series. They're tied tonight. The Patriots have won the first 2 games of their series. They are leading by 4 in the 6th. 0-2 to Perez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Nick Struck with back-to-back strikeouts now. And there's one away. And down in Sugar Land, Texas, the Skeeters open up a 4-0 lead over the Barnstormers in the top of the 6th in the opener of a 6-game series. Here's the 9-man, Louis De La Cruz, 1 for 3 with a single, a ground out, and a fly out. Bounces it to the right side. Blake Davis, the second baseman, to his left, easily flipped to first for the second out. Yankees in action tonight at the stadium against the Orioles. Bombers atop the AL East with a 5-game lead over Baltimore now as the O's have dropped in the 3rd. It's the Blue Jays who are 4.5 out in second place. Yankees with a 3-2 lead as they play in the bottom of the 5th. Ivan Nova on the hill tonight for the Bombers. Duck pitching has not retired the side in order tonight. Got a chance to do it here if Struck can get Mikey Reynolds. Strike 1 to him. He's had another terrific game tonight. 2 for 4, single, triple, run, and a ribby for the shortstop and leadoff man for the Revs. 0-1. Foul back to the screen, 0-2. And earlier today in the rubber game down in D.C. between the Nationals and the Mets, Washington scored 3 times in the bottom of the 8th to take away the Mets' 3-1 lead and win it 4-3. So the Mets leave D.C. second in the NL East, 3 back of the first place Nats. They started that 3-game set 2 back, but lost 2 of 3. 0-2 here is a foul ball high on the first base side, and the count holds on Mikey Reynolds. Again, here we're in the top of the 8th. York has a 4-0 lead, trying to win back-to-back games against the Ducks, a Duck team that had beaten them 8 of the first 9 meetings this year. Check that, 8 of the first 10. Up high is the fastball here, and it's 1-2. Coming into the series, Long Island had dominated the Revs, but here, beautiful curve as Nick Struck gets him looking. First time tonight, York goes in order, and Struck faced 4 batters in the game. He struck out 3 of them and got a ground out. Nothing across for York. We go to the home 8th. Long Island trails at 4-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers, pave your way.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Soren, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers, pave your way.
The results are in. PSEG Long Island is delivering 99.9% reliability. We got there by strengthening equipment and clearing trees along power lines across our area. And our new outage management system will continue to ensure improved communications and faster restoration. 99.9% reliable. It's one more way we're serving you better. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegliny.com/reliability.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th, and finally a pitching change for the York Revolution as their outstanding lefty Frank Gailey departs after 7 incredible innings of work, and he gives way to the big right-hander, 6'7", 238-pound Stephen Penny, the 28-year-old from San Diego, California, makes his second appearance of this series. And Penny, who pitched here last night and was terrific, goes back to work with a 4-run lead here. Penny last night, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. And he'll face the bottom third of Long Island's order, starting with Mike Blank, 0 for 2 in the game. 4-0 Revs as we start the home 8. Stephen Penny, the right-hander, deals and gets strike 1 to Mike Blank. Blank has struck out swinging and been robbed on a great diving catch in left center by the center fielder Brandon Boggs back in the 5th. 0-1 is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. So might be Mike's last attempt to extend the longest current hitting streak on the Ducks. A 9-gamer is what Mike Blank brought in. Blank did not see Penny last night. Stevens 1-1 is taken foul down the right field line, and whoever was coaching at first for the Ducks almost got taken out. He's still face down on his stomach, and he's going to have a word for Blank at the plate. That's John Brownell. So almost took out one of the aces of the staff here. Brownie's okay as he pops back up. And no worse for wear is Brownell, but Mike Blank got a stare from his pitcher down at first base. 1-2 the count on the Ducks catcher and 7-hitter. Kicks away in the dirt for ball 2. Unofficial line on Frank Gailey, the lefty starter tonight for the Revs. 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball. No walks, 10 strikeouts. A season high for him, and the most this year by any starting pitcher for the Revs, topping the previous high of 9. What an outing. Called third strike here as Blank is down looking. First strikeout for Penny, 11th for Revs pitching, and there's 1 away. So consider that Frank Gailey had never gone beyond 4 1/3 this year. He went 7. He never had more than 3 strikeouts in a game. He fanned 10. He had not won a game on the road all year. He's in line to do that. And is one heck of a night for the native of Pennsylvania, Frank Gailey. Gailey. Blake Davis in for the Ducks. First pitch swinging and a pop-up to center field. Brandon Boggs barely has to move. The ball carries to his left. He makes a one-handed catch for the second out. So the Ducks, who've been retired in order 4 times in the first 7 frames by Frank Gailey, need Dan Lyons to get aboard here to avoid it happening again. This is very similar to last night's game when the Revs got outstanding lights-out pitching and held the Ducks to just a run on 2 hits. Tonight, no runs on 3 hits. Again, might be Lyons' last chance to extend a 15-game home on base streak. He has hit a comebacker to the hill and flied to right as he takes strike 1 from the big righty Stephen Penny. Popped it up in a right center field. The right fielder, Jacob Calderon, the call, and just did reach out and make the grab. And the Ducks go 1-2-3. We go to the 9th. York has a 4-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Start by attending a free MCU home buying seminar. Then speak with one of our loan specialists who will guide you through the loan process. With an affordable mortgage from Municipal Credit Union, Home Sweet Home will be a little sweeter. Call 212-238-3521 or visit nymcu.org to apply for your mortgage today. Municipal Credit Union. Strong, trusted, growing. Municipal Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the brand new Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience has arrived.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Soren, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers, let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
The results are in. PSEG Long Island is delivering 99.9% reliability. We got there by strengthening equipment and clearing trees along power lines across our area. And our new outage management system will continue to ensure improved communications and faster restoration. 99.9% reliable. It's one more way we're serving you better. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegliny.com/reliability.
Well, it goes to inning number 9, and on this winning inning Wednesday, if Ducks third baseman Cody Puckett makes all 3 assists in this inning, one lucky fan will go home $10,000 richer. Another pitching change for Long Island as righty Nick Struck departs. He was outstanding, 4 up, 4 down, went an inning and a third, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts, and gives way to the left-hander J.C. Romero. The former big leaguer is 39 years old, a native of Fairhope, Alabama, 5'11", 205 pounds, and Romero makes his first appearance of this series. Facing Wilson Valdez, the right-swinging third baseman and 2-hitter, he drops in strike 1 on him, and inning number 9 is underway with the Revs leading it 4-0. Valdez 1 for 4 in the game with a single through the right side his last time up. 0-1. Low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Final official line on lefty starter Frank Gailey for the Revs tonight. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 10 strikeouts. Again, a Revs high for the year. 96 pitches, 67 of them were strikes. Pop foul behind the plate. A ball and 2 strikes now on Valdez. So 67 strikes, only 29 balls in the outing. The longest of the year for Gailey, in line to pick up his first road win of the season. What a show he put on here tonight. 1-2 just misses outside. 2-2 now to Wilson Valdez. 4-0 Revolution. They had a 4-run win last night in Game 2 of this series. Missing low and in. The count full to Valdez. But J.C. Romero upset with himself. Another huge crowd on hand tonight. Fireworks to follow the game. 6th sellout, the 4th crowd of the year, over 7,000. Just missing here is Romero down low, and it's a leadoff walk to Valdez. 7,067 on hand. Remember, the ballpark seats 6,002. So you are talking about 1,065 extra fans crammed in tonight to see the fireworks that will follow. Ducks are hoping to put up some fireworks in the bottom of the 9th. Here's Eric Patterson, the 3-man. Goes after the first pitch, dumps it down the left field line, foul ball. Well, that's a break for Long Island, and that easily could have been 2nd and 3rd, and nobody out. Patterson tonight, a beautiful game. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, a single, a double. A run scored and a run batted in.
Get your crackers and glow sticks here. Have college tuition.
So everybody resets. Valdez back to first. Patterson to the left-hand batter's box in this lefty-lefty against J.C. Romero. 0-1. Went after that, too, and fouled it away. Romero, 7 games in relief since joining Long Island. 0-1 record, 2.46 ERA. In 7 1/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 8 hits. He's walked 3, struck out. Well, check that, walked 4, struck out 3. And here gets a fly ball to deep right center field. Delta Cleary Jr., the center fielder, lining it up to make the grab. Tagging here is Valdez going for second, the slide, and he's just in ahead of the tag of Blake Davis. So taking a chance was Wilson Valdez on a deep ball just to the right of center field, and he does tag and get himself in scoring position.
Center fielder number 33, Brandon Boggs. Number 33.
In his 7 outings this year, the opposition hitting .276 against J.C. Romero, the longtime big leaguer. Here's Brandon Boggs. He, too, has had a big-time game tonight. 2 for 3 with a double, a 2-run homer, a run scored, and 2 knocked in. And nothing in 1 on the cleanup man. So he's been aboard 3 of 4 times to the plate, has Brandon Boggs tonight. Everybody steps off or steps out, and we'll reset. Top of the 9th, 4-0 Rebs. Wilson Valdez, a 1-out runner at second for the cleanup hitter, Brandon Boggs. Thought about it, laid off it. It nips the inside corner, 0-2. So again, over 7,000 on hand, waiting for the fireworks to follow the game, but hoping for some bottom of the 9th fireworks as well. But to have 4 of the 6 sellouts now be 7,000 or more, talking about over 1,000 extra fans, and of course had that incredible night here on July 4th. I was here with my family with over 7,400 in attendance, second largest crowd in Ducks history in 16 years of playing games in this ballpark. Of course, that was the night Randy Ruiz hit a grand slam and then won it in waddle-off style in the bottom of the 9th. First 5 RBI game of the season for a Duck, and he hit their only grand slam of the year that night as well. What a night that was, and again, to be here as a fan and take it all in with my family was just incredible. 1-2 now to Brandon Boggs. Takes it foul off the end of the bat, out of play down the right field line. J.C. Romero, 4th pitcher of the night for the Long Island Ducks. Rebs out hitting Long Island 9-3. Romero above the belt, the 1-2. Oh, he chased one way off the plate. He got him swinging for the second out in his first K of the night.
That strikeout by J.C. Romero puts another K on the Primo Aviation K board in section 206 behind the Long Island Ducks dugout.
So bring up Brian Pounds.
York first baseman, number 37, Brian Pounds, number 37.
A variety of an 0 for 4 night for Brian Pounds. A little bit of everything. A strikeout, a ground out, a pop out, and a fly out. And this time strike 1 delivered by J.C. Romero. For the Ducks in the bottom of the 9th, top of the order, Brian Sabatella, Delta Cleary Jr., and Cody Puckett. Oh, 1 on the outside corner, quickly 0-2. When the Ducks won it here on Monday night, 5-4, it was their 24th come-from-behind win of the season. They're going to need another one tonight. They also have 7 waddle-off wins, and that's the only way they can win this game as well. Be an 0-2 to Pounds. Got him, a called third strike. What a job by J.C. Romero as he retires the side after the leadoff walk by Wilson Valdez. Retires him in order and finishes with a pair of Ks. Do the Ducks have a comeback rally in him in the bottom of the 9th? Stick around and find out they trail it 4-0 as we head to their last licks.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Ian Marshall, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Ducks trail at 4-0, and the third pitcher of the evening is in for the Revs. He is the right-hander Josh Judy, replaces fellow righty Stephen Penny, who threw just one inning the eighth, no hits, no runs, no walks, and one strikeout. So Josh Judy, the 29-year-old right-hander from Morgantown, West Virginia, stands 6'4", 210 pounds, and makes his second appearance of the series. He pitched here last night and was the final pitcher in their 5-1 victory. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So can the Ducks get it going here? Brian Sabatella at the top of the order, 0 for 3, with a ground out and a pair of strikeouts against righty Josh Judy. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Sabatella again sat out last night's game, so his first look in this series against Judy. 0-1. Late swing, and he hacked it back over the screen, 0-2. Ducks have been shut out 5 times this season, trying to avoid their 6th and get something going here in inning number 9. Again, last night, Josh Judy pitched the 9th inning, gave up a leadoff double to Mike Blank to left field, and then retired the next 3 to end it. Taking the other way to right center field, that's going to be a base hit for Brian Sabatella. So good start for the Ducks, just their 4th hit of the night, and only the 2nd time in this game they get the leadoff man on.
Ducks on the field at number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
Again, the Revs have not walked the Duck tonight. Last night there were all kinds of walks, all kinds of hit batters. Tonight, the 4 hits by the Ducks, they're only 4 base runners of the game, and they have not had a base runner past second base. John Griffin, the only Duck to get to second base, he did that with a double to lead off the 5th. Here's Delta Cleary Jr., and he takes a strike from Josh Judy. Delta Cleary Jr. grounded out to 3rd last night when facing Judy in the 9th, and that ended the game for Long Island in the 5-1 loss. Sabatella to the cutout at first. The 0-1, he takes off, pitches inside, throw from the knees by De La Cruz, bounces into center field, and Sabatella pops up and will take 3rd base. So for Sabatella, his 22nd stolen base of the year, started the night second in that category. And then the throwing error by the catcher De La Cruz advances him to third base. A little surprised he was going there. Ducks have had so few base runners, but the first time tonight they get a man to third base. 1-1 to Delta Cleary Jr. And now in at the knees, ball 2. First error of the game for the Revs, but their league-leading 97th error of the season. 2-1 to Delta, 1 for 3 on the night. Grounds it to first. Pounds will take it to the bag himself, but the Ducks are on the board as Brian Sabatella scores. It's an RBI ground out for Delta Cleary Jr., and it's a 4-1 game.
Cody Puckett, number 2.
So they will not be shut out for the 6th time this season. The Revs exchange the run for the out. 4-1 game, 1 away, nobody on for Cody Puckett, 0 for 3 in the contest. Fouls it upstairs into the club seats behind home plate. 0-1 on Puckett. Ducks have just 2 outs to play with, have drawn within 3 runs. So Puckett can get aboard the tying run in the on-deck circle. And again, all kinds of power behind him. And Randy Ruiz, John Griffin, and Steve McQuail. Get a couple of guys on here and a bomb, and you're talking about a brand new ball game. 1-1 coming from Josh Judy. Very late decision to swing, and it's 1-2. Just a gorgeous evening for baseball. Those who are taking it in, I'm sure, are loving the nice breeze that's been here all night, the lack of humidity, and finally a wild cheer for the first run of the game for Long Island in inning number 9. Swing and miss, though, by Cody Puckett, and the Ducks are down to their final out. First strikeout for Judy.
Designated hitter, number 50, Randy Ruiz, number 50.
So it's up to Randy Ruiz. He singled deep in the shortstop hole his last time up. Prior to that, he popped to short and struck out swinging. The big red bat high above his right shoulder in this righty-righty. Judy's first offering. Foul back to the screen for strike 1. 4-1 Revs in the bottom of the 9th. Brian Sabatella again ends that long drought of not scoring a run. As Randy fouls it away, the Ducks are down to their final strike. Sabatella's first run scored in 8 games. He had not scored a run since July the 12th at Somerset. So his longest drought of the year comes to an end as far as scoring runs, and he tacks on his league-leading 57th run of the season. 0-2, though, the count now to Randy Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Josh Judy fans Randy Ruiz, and the York Revolution have themselves a 4-1 victory. They take a 2-1 series lead with a finale tomorrow night here at the Duck Pond. Once again, the final score, the York Revolution 4, the Long Island Ducks 1. We'll be back to talk about it on the postgame show.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
The results are in. Thousands of PSEG Long Island customers participated in our energy efficiency programs, saving nearly $35 million. Being energy efficient helps our environment too. Together, we've eliminated 21,000 cars worth of emissions in 2014. Thank you, Long Island. We're all making a difference. Discover how we're improving every day to bring you better service at www.psegLINY.com/efficiency.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark, where tonight the York Revolution defeat the Long Island Ducks by the final score of 4-1. It was all about the left arm of their starter, Frank Gailey. Again, a guy who had not won a road game all year, had only made 3 previous starts this season, only 7 previous starts in his 9-year pro career, but he was lights out from the get-go. 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, did not walk a duck, and struck out 10. A season high for him and a season high for any starting pitcher for the York Revolution. He opened the contest by retiring the first 10 straight ducks. His first 7 outs recorded were 6 strikeouts and a foul out down the right field line. That's how good Frank Gailey was tonight in the win for the Revs, so he is our player of the game. And a tough night for Long Island. Again, the Ducks, the best hitting team in the Atlantic League. Last night held to a run on 2 hits. Tonight, a run on 4 hits and scored their lone run in the bottom of the 9th inning. So once again, you tip your cap to the starting pitcher for the Revs, Frank Gailey. The 2 following relievers, Stephen Penny and Josh Juding, an inning each with just 1 run against, and Long Island suffers the defeat. The Revs have taken 2 of 3 in the series. Ducks will look for the split tomorrow night. The fireworks have begun here at Bethpage Ballpark, the Pyrotechnico Fireworks Extravaganza behind the outfield walls, and that means we'll take one more break, and when we come back, full recap of how it went down tonight. We'll update you on the out-of-town scoreboard and preview tomorrow night's series and homestand finale. Again, the final tonight at the Duck Pond, the Revs have themselves a 4-1 win.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Prentice Redmond, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks.
Spring into a new Honda at Huntington Honda and pay $59 a month for a new 2015 Honda Civic LX sedan. $59. Spring into Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110 or huntingtonhondacars.com. 24-month lease, total due at inception. Civic $31.90 includes bank fee, first month's payment, no security deposit. Taxes, DMV, title fees extra with excellent credit through HFS.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Chris King back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where the fans are enjoying the Pyrotechnico Fireworks Extravaganza beyond the outfield wall. But tonight the Revs have themselves a 4-1 victory over Long Island in Game 3 of a 4-game set. Again, the teams have split the first 2 games of the series. Ducks a 5-4 win on Monday night. York a 5-1 victory last night. And tonight featured lefty starter Frank Gailey for the Revolution against righty starter Billy Buckner for Long Island. The Revs, though, got a 2 spot in the top of the first on a 2-run homer by Brandon Boggs. They added one in the third on an RBI single by Eric Patterson and had themselves a 3-0 lead that they took all the way to the 6th inning. And that's when they would kick Billy Buckner from the game, as they would add a run in that 6th inning on an RBI single by Mikey Reynolds that made it 4-0. And Buckner departed at 5 2/3 of 8 hit, 4-run ball, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up a homer and a wild pitch, and left on the short side of that score. Meanwhile, again, Frank Gailey opened the game by retiring the first 10 straight Ducks. Of his first 7 outs recorded, 6 of them were strikeouts. He would depart after 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, no walks, 10 strikeouts. The bullpens would take over from there, and the Ducks would score their lone run in the bottom of the 9th inning on an RBI groundout by Delta Cleary Jr. that brought home Brian Sabatella, and York had themselves a 4-1 victory. Final numbers for the Revs: 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They leave 10. For Long Island, a run on 4 hits, no errors. They strand 3. The winner is Frank Gailey. He goes to 2-2 and picks up his of the year. The loser, Billy Buckner, he drops to 7-2. Game winning streak come to an end. His 8-game unbeaten streak come to an end, and suffers a loss at home for the first time all season. He was a perfect here at the Duck Pond. Played in a very efficient 2 hours and 30 minutes before a sellout crowd of 1,067, 6th sellout of the year, and the 4th sellout crowd of better than 7,000 in a ballpark that seats 6,002. So again, over 1,000 extra fans enjoying the fireworks that are now taking place outside the outfield walls. With the win, the Revs win a game of 500 in the second half. They go to 6-7. They've won 2 straight. Meanwhile, with the loss, the Ducks drop under 500 in the second half. They are 6-7. Long Island has lost 2 straight and 4 of their last 5. Ducks still lead the season series 8 wins to the Revs 4, but Long Island now will have a losing 7-game homestand as they are 2-4 on this homestand. And remember, they came into this homestand 19-1 in their previous 20 games here at Bethpage Ballpark, but they dropped 2 of 3 to the Somerset Patriots, and now they've dropped 2 of 3 to the York Revolution. Still have a chance to earn a split in the season series, though, or I should say in this series, with a win tomorrow night, and we'll preview that in just a minute. One final check of the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, the Ducks started the night 3rd in the Liberty Division, 3 games back of the first place Bridgeport Bluefish. With Long Island's loss, they're now 3.5 out. Bluefish and Blue Crab still going at it down at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland, and that game is tied at 2. Down in Sugar Land, Texas, opener of a 6-game set between the Skeeters and Barnstormers, and Sugar Land all over Lancaster right now, 7-0 Skeeters as they play in the bottom of the 7th, and the Patriots looking to take their 3rd straight in Camden. They lead the River Sharks 6-1 in the top of the 8th inning. As far as Major League Baseball is concerned, Yankees and Orioles in the Bronx, bottom of the 7th. Bombers have a 4-2 lead. They beat Baltimore last night. Yanks, of course, atop the AL East with a 5-game lead over the O's, and a tough rubber game loss for the Mets today down in D.C. They took a 3-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th, but the Nats scored 3 times in the bottom of the 8th, and the Nationals take the rubber game from the Mets 4-3. Nats atop the NL East, 3 games better than the Mets, again, who lose 2 of 3. They went into that series just 2 games back of the first place Nationals. So the Ducks with a chance to earn a split of this 4-game set tomorrow night. They'll hand the ball to the right-hander Ian Marshall, 3-5 on the year with a 3.53 earned run average, and the Revs will counter with their lefty Logan Williamson, 4-6 on the season with a 4.57 ERA. And Williamson was the guy who had the season high for strikeouts in a game by a starting pitcher for the Revs with 9, until Frank Gailey tossed an absolute gem tonight with, again, 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, no walks, and a season high 10 strikeouts for Revs pitching. So the Ducks can just hope to get it going tomorrow against Williamson, earn a split of the set, and then head up to Bridgeport for a huge 3-game set against the Bluefish. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 1,500 fans in attendance will get Ducks logo cups. Get your tickets at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, online at liducks.com, over the phone 631-940-TIXX, or via the Ducks mobile app. So again, tough one tonight for the Ducks. Last night they were held to a run on 2 hits. Tonight a run on 4 hits. They'll try to get their swinging legs back under them tomorrow night in the series and the homestand finale. As the fireworks show wraps up beyond the outfield walls, that'll do it from here as well. Once again, the final score tonight from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It was the York Revolution 4 and the Long Island Ducks 1. We do invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast tomorrow night when the Ducks host the Revs in the finale of the 4-game series and the finale of the 7-game homestand. Pre-game show starts at 6:20. First pitch scheduled for 6:35. Of course, you'll hear it all right here on Long Island's home for Ducks baseball, liducks.com and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. I'm Chris King saying thanks so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, everybody, and good night from the Duck Pond.